Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, let's get this camera straight. Let's get it straight. All right. All right, there we go. There we go. What's going on, YouTube? Chun is back once again. I've got another standard battle for you guys today. It's been about a week or so, I guess, since I've uploaded something. I do apologize for that. Just trying to get things in, get what I can in when I can. But we got a standard battle against fatman1996, who I found on Smogon. This battle took place a while ago, so I'm going to do my best as far as narration and thought processes and things of that nature. But let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to lead with Swampert. He's going to lead with Hippowdon. Swampert and Hippowdon are generally almost the same type of poke as far as being tanks. So we're both going to set up rocks. There really isn't much else we can do because we have almost the exact same move set. I'm going to roar, and he obviously went for roar because why else would I go first? So I get his Gengar, and he's going to go for the Shadow Ball. I originally was feeling confident about this matchup, so I'm actually going to decide to stay in and just go for the Ice Punch. So the first Shadow Ball, it does less than half, but he gets a special defense drop. So it was a 3-hit KO, but now it's a 2-hit KO. So I can't stay in. So I'm going to go for the Ice Punch. I was very disappointed with the damage output. Considering how physically frail Gengar is, I really thought it would do a lot more than that. But I did the damage calc after the battle, and Ice Punch does about 40% max against pretty much every offensive Gengar out there. So, gotta switch here. I go to Roserade to take the next Shadow Ball. My plan here is to let his own Life Orb recoil and the Sandstorm take it out. So, I'm gonna have to do a bit of switching around between my lead combination of Swampert and Roserade. So I'm gonna switch out and go back to Swampert because I saw how much damage the first Shadow Ball did, so I'll definitely live the next one barring a crit. He does go for the Shadow Ball again, and I do live it after he gets 2 special defense drops, which is just wow. Really? Wow. Anyway, the Life Orb and Sandstorm does take him down. So Gengar's down at 6-5, but Swampert and Roserade are really not looking too hot, so Gengar just single-handedly might as well just taking down both pokes. Anywho, he goes to Flygon, goes for the U-turn. I stayed in figuring I would live, but worst case scenario, even if I don't, then I can take away his switch advantage since he has to switch his Pokemon in first. Swampert does go down, he switches into his Heatran. I'm going to go back to Roserade here because I really need to scout this set. He's going to go for the Dragon Pulse, and it's definitely going to take my Roserade out. I really didn't think that I'd be able to set up anything, seeing how low Roserade was, so I just go ahead and sacrifice her. I go into Infernape here. He's going to go into Hippowdon, and him switching his Heatran out does tell me that he's choiced in some kind of way. Later I find out that he is scarfed. So I go for the close combat just to play kind of obvious, keep him honest. Judging by how much this close combat did, he is a physically defensive Hippowdon. So I'm going to U-turn here, and it depends on how you look at it. I probably should have went for the overheat. I do get a crit, which is useless because I went for U-turn. I didn't have a very good chance to one-hit KO with overheat, but I still should have took the chance. It was about 25% or so. And imagine if I got the crit on the overheat, it would have definitely taken the Hippowdon out. So, was it a mistake? Was it not? You be the judge. Anyway, I'm going to go into Gengar, and he's just going to slack off. And this turn I'm going to go for the Icy Wind because I am packing the Expert Belt, so Icy Wind will do more damage. Shadow Ball will. The speed drop does not matter at all since Hippowdon is already slow. It does around half, but unfortunately he's got the slack off, so he pretty much negated all the damage that I did with Icy Wind. So I see that's not going to work out, so I decided do a change of plans. Next turn I'm going to go for the Shadow Ball. It's unfortunate because the whole reason for Expert Belt is to make them think I'm choiced. And I give away the fact that I'm Expert Belt. So go for the Shadow Ball. I was just hoping for the special defense drop. Don't get it. He goes for the Roar. I guess I could have PP stalled him out. That and the fact that he really can't do anything to Gengar. So it would have been a stall war. Anywho, I get roared into my Dragonite. I really thought he would switch here, so I go for the Roost to heal the damage from the Stealth Rocks. But he decides to stay in, and he goes for the Slack Off again. So I was really kicking myself after that, because Draco Meteor would have easily taken out this Hippowdon. Easily. But that's neither here nor there. Can't really do much about it now. So I realize he's going to stay in, so I just said, forget it. I'm just going to go for the Draco Meteor. It does a huge amount of damage, but I was really fearing that he would just slack off again, because it's obvious he's going to stay in at this point, but he just goes for the Roar. He was probably just scouting my team and getting a feel for what team members I had. So he roars me into my Jirachi. In hindsight, he wasn't getting very good picks. I had so many opportunities to take advantage to take this Hippowdon out, but I never take advantage of it until Jirachi comes in. And yeah, I just bumped the camera a little bit. I think my knee hit it or something. So anywho, I realized, you know what, he's just going to stay in. I'm just going to go for the Psychic. But as far as him seeing my team, it's too little too late. But Hippowdon does go down. He's now going to go into Heatran. I'm going to switch out and go into Gengar. He goes for the Fire Blast. He misses. So that kind of makes up for the 2 special defense drops earlier. Now, I'm going to switch out again and go to Infernape. The first switch to Gengar was fine, because I didn't want him going for Earth Power or something crazy like that. So, the second switch to Infernape, though, I should have switched to Dragonite here, because Dragonite would have been able to take a Fire Blast. Infernape, even though he resists, Fire Blast does at least 60%. Once again, doing the damage calc after the battle, because I didn't do one during the battle. I didn't do any damage calcs at all this battle. I kind of paid the price for it. But anywho, Infernape goes down. I go back to Dragonite, which should have been the switch in before. He's going to switch out since he's locked in the Fire Blast. I predicted a switch here, so I went for the Roost, but I probably should have risked it and went for the Draco Meteor. So, it just, now it's getting frustrating, because of course he outspeeds, he's going to go for the Outrage, and that's going to one-shot my Dragonite. Had I gone for the Draco Meteor, it would have definitely taken his Flygon out, as long as I didn't miss. But what can you do? I don't know, maybe he thought I was going to just go for the super effective move, which it might have been Earthquake, which, you know, based on what I did earlier with Gengar, Icy Wind and the Hippowdon. But anyway, I go into Jirachi. Since he's locked in the Outrage, he gets a crit, and I go for the Hidden Power Fighting, and I really should not have, because he was locked in the Outrage. I should have either went for Calm Mind or just gone straight for the Psychic. So I pay for it pretty bad there. But he gets the 2-turn Outrage, so he gets confused. But he decides to go for Outrage again. And I'm not quite sure why, unless he thought that it would take me out. He probably did, judging by how much the crit Outrage did. But it doesn't. I do live. I go for Hidden Power Fighting again because I thought he would switch now into Heatran. He doesn't. He stays in. And it wasn't looking too good, but he finally does hit himself in confusion, and I just go straight for the Psychic because he's locked in the Outrage. His Flygon does go down, but it's unfortunate because all I have left is Jirachi and Gengar. He's going to bring in Heatran, and he's going to lock himself into the Fire Blast. And he's not going to miss either one, so he will take down my Jirachi and my Gengar. But it was a great game, Fat Man. I definitely hope to play again sometime, guys. Don't forget to like, comment if you like what you see and you like what you hear. I also like seeing your comments so I can respond to them. Let me know what I can do better, guys. And as far as subscribing, well, I'll leave that up to you guys. And anyway, that's all for today. Chun is out. Until next episode, guys. Peace.